great evening inside of that stadium. Our fans were what I expected and were an impact on the football game. I said it earlier in the week that they needed to be a part of this football game, and they were today. Thank you to them from Vol Walk to just warm-ups. Heck, most of the stadium, 75% is full with 40 minutes to go. And then all night long, man, they were relentless in their effort and energy too. So thank them. We're going to need them. This football team, this journey here in 23, we need them the rest of the way when we're at home to be just that same way. And so they need to enjoy the bye week too, and then get ready to go for the following one. Awesome to have our 98 championship team back, from coaches to the players. I think there were close to 90, some of them that were back last night and for today's game. They're a huge part of our tradition, our history. They're the standard of where we got to get to, but they're a huge help in recruiting here. A lot of them still live here, but in our footprint, and it's been fun to get to know those guys, and awesome to be able to celebrate 25 years of that championship team. So love the effort from our guys during the course of the football game. We started fast. We didn't play perfect, but they reset. They answered the bell each round, each unit, and continued to compete hard. Hate what happened to Brew. We'll have more of an update tomorrow or on Monday, I'm sure, but everybody saw it was lower body injury that didn't look good. So there's nobody better than him. Great teammate, great leader, tough as they come, works extremely hard to be his best and make sure his teammates do that too. So hate it for him, and anyways, I'll open up for questions there.
Start with that.
Josh, you ran the ball for a ton of yards tonight. On the defensive side, you got a lot of sacks. Do you feel like this team is learning how to win the line of scrimmage?
I said that this was going to be a line of scrimmage game early in the week, challenged them all week long, had to own it on both sides. Felt like we controlled the line of scrimmage for most of the night. Relentless effort, energy, technique, fundamentals. Our D-line, did a great job against the run. Harassed the quarterback all night long. He was thrown out of a well. He was on the move. They did an unbelievable job, and we did a good job matching out on the perimeter too defensively. And then offensively, for a lot of the evening, super efficient, created some big explosive plays, good enough in our protections to push the ball down the football field too. So all in all, the line of scrimmage, I'm pretty pleased with until we look at the tape, I'm sure.
Rob, then Ben.
Coach, stats aside, offensively tonight, you guys came through when you needed to, like for opening drive of the game, opening drive of the second half, and then you put it away late. Can you speak to that and your guys seizing the moment?
Starting fast, starting the third quarter fast. Didn't finish it the way that we wanted to, but at the end of the football game, being able to control it, go punch another one in. We kick a field goal on the possession before that. The line of scrimmage, we got to continue to get better as we go deeper into this league, this schedule. It's going to be important for us to win the line of scrimmage every week, and that's where this football team's got to win. That's where it starts. So proud of the effort and what they did offensively, more efficiency, more consistently throughout the course of the evening, than a few weeks ago.
Josh, up front offensively with your line, just what you see from Cooper and what he was able to provide, and also Gerald getting back in there, right tackle.
Yeah, we're just banged up front right now a little bit. Some unique things transpired during the course of the week, and had a couple guys that weren't available. Coop being back this week was absolutely critical for us to be our best. Ollie did a good job sliding out to the left, Gerald back at right. We were efficient. We weren't perfect, but thick double teams. Running backs did a good job running hard. We pushed the piles. Plays that are twos went for 4. Those are big hidden yardages in the way that the game's played at the end of a set of downs. And Coop, his experience, his athleticism, his ability to communicate at a really high level, all positives for us to go play our best.
Vince, then Mike.
Josh, can you talk about Squirrel White? You hit on all 9 of those targets to him and his performance.
Yeah, a young player, relatively speaking, that just continues to get better, that's extremely confident and comfortable out there. He operates extremely efficiently. Joe has great confidence in him. Made big-time competitive play on the deep ball early in the first quarter that gets us going. Just did an unbelievable job. A lot of the night was one-on-ones. I told our skill players, I said earlier it was line of scrimmage, right? We got to own it. And then out on the perimeter is going to be one-on-one game, and you got to go win. We got to be efficient, throwing it, catching it, and winning in those matchups. And Squirrel, obviously, 9 targets, 9 catches. That's a hell of a night by him.
Josh, if Brew is out for a little while, who are the guys you turned to there, and what did you see from them in the back half of tonight's game?
Yeah, not any different than the guys you've seen lately. Caleb Webb's going to have to play at a high level. Chaz Nimrod is. Dante wasn't available tonight. We should be able to get him back, get him going too. Nathan Leacock. So we got a bunch of guys that got to fill the roles, and that's the nature of this game. Like, it inevitably happens. Next man up. They got to be ready for their opportunity. They got to go take advantage of it.
Patrick, then Rick.
Josh, James Pierce tonight was really effective, almost unblockable at times. Looked like they had to shift over protection. What can you say about his development and the impact he had tonight?
I didn't see his stats. Every time I looked up, I felt like he was affecting the way their quarterback was playing in the pocket, and just relentless, playing with length. Fundamentally continuing to get better, has grown as a person outside of the game, which has allowed him to quickly accelerate inside of the game. Playing really well right now. His best football is still a long ways out in front of him too, which is a real compliment to him because he's playing really well right now.
Coach, when Brew went down, and rightfully so, everybody was down. How much was the pick six a pick-me-up for the whole team?
Well, just, offensively there for a series or two, I can't remember the exact flow of the game at that point, but I think there were a couple of series where we struggle. Defensively, they got to go back on the field. They do a great job getting in a long yardage situation. The pick six was a huge momentum swing. Obviously, we gave them the football back on the 50-yard line, which is not playing smart football. We got to be a lot better there. But again, defensively, our front goes and changes the way the game's played and gets us off the field there. So, huge play by Kamal, but that happens because of what's been going on up front too. Quarterback's uncomfortable and ready to get the ball out of his hands.
Brent and Wes.
Coach, I know that you guys up front created a lot of havoc for Spencer, but what did you do on the back end, particularly against Leggett? He was not much of a factor at all tonight. What did you guys do on the back end?
You saw a combination of match man, principal coverages, but you also saw some zone. They did a really good job of being in their spots. A year ago we got hurt on some high-low schemes. I thought we did a really good job of playing it from high to low. We matched out their mesh concepts extremely well. So I thought in zone and man, we were able to pass things off in a really good way.
At what point in the recruiting process, or when he got here maybe, did you know the kind of physical toughness that Squirrel White had? Because obviously, 165 pounds, maybe 150 when he got here, and he's able to kind of move the pile forward sometimes, make catches in traffic. When did you know that he could do that kind of stuff?
First day on the practice field, we're wearing pads, helmet and shoulder pads. There's a lot of physical drills that we do out on the perimeter, block destruction, tackling, perimeter drill. Whatever he was when he got here on campus, it was all in the fight right from day one. He's tough, he's physical, he's going to stick his nose on people. He's going to play with great fundamentals. He's been that way from the jump.
Joe, then Eric.
Hey, Josh, how important were some of those plays Wesley made in space early in the game? And, just on those defensive backs, was this a game where they kind of took it personally because of last year?
Yeah, I think everybody took it personally, as an entire program. Our fans did too, but certainly on the defensive side of the ball too. But Wesley, close to a pick on one, had multiple bat downs. Our ability to get off the football field early in the football game was critical.
Looked like you guys held 2 of 14, I believe, South Carolina offensively on third downs. What was working so well third down defensively for you guys tonight?
Well, we stopped them in short yardage situations, stopped them on fourth downs. I think they were 2 of 5 on fourth downs. Handled the boot in a critical moment early in the football game, tackle it out in space. We got off the field in third and long, third and medium, third and long. I thought the quarterback was uncomfortable all night long, had a hard time working through his entire progression. He did break contain a few times and make a few plays, but all in all, I just thought the line of scrimmage and what we did there, changes the way the quarterback plays, and the way we handled the run game for the majority of the night too. All that puts them in third and long, and there were a few extra long situations there too.
David and Ben.
Josh, can you just talk about what you hope to get out of this open day, and especially with the stretch you have once you're on the other side of the open day?
Yeah, we're a football team that needs to get healthy. I usually get the question, is it coming at the right time for us right now? I would say it's coming at the right time. We need to get healthy, and got some young guys that got to continue to grow. We got to grow as a football team. Good teams continue to get better throughout the course of the season, and we got to play smarter football. Our margins just aren't big enough to not do that. So we're in control of that. It starts with coaches, starts with me, starts with our assistant coaches, and then our players got to soak it up too.
Josh, what did you see from your young linebackers, especially Jeremiah T-Lander? He was on a couple of those short yard situations.
All in all, I thought we handled all of their boot game, all of their split flow, the zone game, besides the one run right at the beginning of the third quarter. I thought we gapped out, we tackled well. Majority of the night, we pushed the pile backwards. Without looking at the tape, I would assume that all of those guys played with great fundamentals, great eye discipline, were taking the right steps, and had their eyes on their keys.
3 more, Karthik, John, then Patrick.
Coach, you watched Hendon Hooker go down in this game last year, but for him to be here today and have his presence around, what did that mean to you?
One of the best to play here. Guy that cares about his teammates still. Joe, to everybody that's in that locker room. I think it speaks to his love of this university and this program that on a bye week, or a short week, I should say, he's got a couple days off, that this is where he chooses to come. So it was awesome to have him back and be a part of this win tonight.
Coach, you guys handled the emotions at kickoff well, and then they handled the emotions of Bru's injury well. What does that say about your group?
That's a tough moment when you know that one of your brothers has had a tough injury and getting carted off like that. So emotionally, for those guys, being able to eventually get in control of your emotions on the back end of it, be able to reset. Bruce said he wanted those guys to go play their what off and win the freaking ball game too. So I relayed that message, but it shows some maturity from those guys that no matter what's going on, being able to reset and refocus and go compete hard.
Josh, you said everyone in the program took this one personally after what happened last year. Does that make this one a little bit sweeter for you guys to do this one?
I wouldn't say that. This is a good football team. This was the next step in our journey. It was important for us to go play really good football tonight. This doesn't do anything with last year, it just doesn't. But for our football team in this program, tonight was the next step in this 23 journey. I thought our guys prepared the right way, practiced hard, and came out and played good football. Not perfect, but good football.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Players shortly here. Joe Milton, Jalen Wright, James Myers,